Hello everyone and welcome to Geeks of Glory's Glory Roll, our second episode here. I am Rillian. I will be your Dungeon Master for the evening, leading our intrepid group of adventurers through a world the likes of which you've never seen. Unless you've seen into my head. That would be a little weird though. Yeah. Joining me tonight...
Gotta get the tinfoil.
Joining me tonight are these four individuals. I don't know what they're
Unfortunately.
doing. Yeah. To my left, Urist, Dr. Vargush. To the left of my left, Emmerich Sidar. To my right, Ronan. And to the right of my right, Mistral. So we will be picking up where we left off last time, in case you missed that episode, or a week has been too long and you've forgotten what's going on. It's been 2 weeks for us, so that makes it a lot of fun. Our adventurers had set out on a quest to find out how this one merchant, Melvin, could possibly be selling goods as cheaply as he is. Now, they've discovered that among his wares, at least some appear to have been secondhand when he's selling them as new goods. But he happily exchanged the goods, even returned the purchase price. So it doesn't seem to be something he's doing, but is it?
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious. So the group decided to stake out the store for resupply time. Nothing really exciting happened out front, but in the back, a shady-looking deal went on. What could it possibly mean? A cart that immediately left town. And as we concluded, our adventurers had re-met to discuss what to do next, when they heard a noise behind them in an alley. Going to find out what happened, Mistral ventured into the alley and was promptly tackled. And that is where we begin. So, if everybody could, roll for me, initiative.
Oh, I'm gonna need some new dice.
Oh, speaking of new dice, let's put these out on the table. All right, little space in the middle. We're actually going to put them out with you guys today.
Move these clementines.
Just move them down. You don't have to get rid of them.
All right.
There we go. Out in the middle of the table. So, for those of you that watched last time, you actually saw these get used a few times, but these are my stealth dice. You cannot tell what number is on them until I use this black light. Quit looking at them so strongly. Occasionally you can actually see it, depending on the lighting. But until I shine this black light at them, you're not supposed to be able to read what number is on it. The players can spend tokens, which they can earn throughout the night. They can spend them to force a reroll, either for themselves or for me. And we have to take whatever dice is out there on the field. So, starting off, you each get 2.
Dope.
So, if any of you want to use them, yeah, they're hand-burned ruins. Actually, for sale on our Etsy store, if you want to go check that out. I've made a few sets, and yeah, I'm trying to sell some of them. Shameless self-promoting, you know.
High quality stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I burned myself for them. So, that starts initiative, though. I actually need to roll for my side of things. Where are all my d20s? Okay, here. Well, if I don't, I just automatically assume it goes first, so...
You can roll that. Definitely roll.
Yeah.
You can take mine.
Okay,
Yeah, I got a great number for you here.
25 to 20.
Crickets.
21.
All right.
21? Okay.
I need your dice.
Pretty heavy.
Careful, that dice goblin will steal your dice. 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
10.
13.
Oh boy, you guys are lucky.
All right. And What'd you get? You're the only one left.
4.
Okay.
I got caught in my beard. Don't worry about it.
And here I go, mixing names here too. Some of you I used your names, some of them I used your characters' names. Let's get this all on the same page. Okay. So, at the start of it though, what has happened is you got tackled. You get to make a dexterity save. It was a surprise round. So, he didn't get to hit you, but... Let's see what happens.
14.
With a dexterity save, 14? Okay. Versus a strength check. Okay. He successfully manages to hit you and knock you off your feet. But you avoided any damage, and you are not grappled. He was attempting to physically tackle you. But with that, Ronan, it is your turn first.
Oh. Right. What am I doing? I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, my character sheet.
Well, your companion was just attacked, so what
So,
you're doing
I'm
is
gonna
completely up to you.
Yeah. Alright, well, could I bite the person that attacked her?
Sure. Do you have an actual bite attack, or
I don't know,
Probably
actually.
an
I'm
unarmed.
thinking of actual birds. Or not bird people.
I don't use a spell.
Yeah.
Magic missile might be a good idea.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That'll guarantee a hit.
Yep.
Okay. So I have to roll for that one, right?
No, that hits automatically. It roll for damage.
Okay.
D4s?
Yep. 3d4, I think. You have the player handbook.
Not out.
What level's the spell? Because it goes up with levels.
no, in there it's just listed as mate or a magic missile.
Level 1.
I thought it's
We
alphabetical.
have
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Emmerich, decide what you are doing. So when we get to you,
Yep.
Magic missile. There you go.
So can I just ask a question now? Is the guy on the ground, or was he?
Yeah, if he was
Did-
tackling me, is he on his feet or is he
Also on the ground.
also prone?
why don't everybody give me perception that wants to look at him,
Sure.
so you can see what we've got here?
19.
This doesn't really tell me anything.
10.
Like, I don't know what to... Here. Sorry, I just closed it.
Fine.
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Well, we were trying to cast magic missile for
Okay.
my character.
Well, that's an auto hit. I know that much, and I think what you need to do is roll me some d4s.
Okay, so I have 3 here.
Yeah,
3.
I believe it's 3d4s per spell level, or per first level. But let me look. I got magic mouth, magic missile. Yes, here we go. 3 glowing. I actually just opened to it. Each dart hits within range. Okay, so yeah, it's an auto hit. I know that. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target.
Yeah, 3, 1d.
Yep. Plus 1 to each of them. So you've got a 3, a 3, and a 4 there.
Yeah, so roll 3d4s,
I did. I
Yeah.
had 7
Mhm.
altogether.
and then the 7 only plus 3.
Plus 3 is 10. Yeah.
Yep,
So
so you
ten
did 10
damage.
points of damage.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Keep those.
Magic missile gets OP at higher levels.
Mark off your spell slot.
Yep. Okay. So you just turn around, see something, try to tackle Mistral, and just loose a chain of magic missiles in its direction. Each one finding its target, just thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yep, check those.
And you hear a bit of a primal scream coming from it. Very guttural and raspy.
Did we see what it is?
I
Yeah.
don't know. What's your perception
I rolled a
scores?
I rolled a 19.
A 19
And a 10.
and a 10. You can see it's a very grayish humanoid. You can try again on when it's your turn. if you want to do a skill check then. But just a quick glance, you see kind of a grayish-skinned humanoid in kind of almost a prone-like position, ready to pounce down on all fours. It just, after missing you, landed on all fours and appears to be ready to launch itself again. You see similar, but you also get a better look at its face. Its eyes are beyond bloodshot. They're almost just straight red, a dark blood red. You can also see coming down from its eyes, its mouth, and its nose, these dark black streaks staining its skin. It looks very gaunt and almost down to nothing but skin and bones. And it just looks up at Ronan now, knowing that's where the spell came from, and just lets out this.
Oh gosh, it's the forest.
Something like.
Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong.
I guess you'll find out. But, Emmerich, it is now your turn, unless you're going to move or anything. Okay, you're at the mouth of the alley. It's a little bit down in. She ran probably a good 15 feet before she was hit.
Yeah, I want to chase after her, and with my warhammer, do like an uppercut swing right in its face.
Okay. Golf style, just whoop.
Happy Gilmore, yeah. 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Turns out it's not wearing much in the way of armor. In fact, it's not wearing much.
9 points of damage.
9 points? Okay.
Yeah. Good roll.
Yeah.
And then with my bonus action, I want to take my shield and try to shove it and like knock it prone, knock it to the ground.
Okay.
Is that a strength check?
Yes.
Okay. Just straight up strength plus my modifier, right?
Yes.
13.
Okay. You get a good solid shove on it, but it's already down on all fours, so it's really hard to move. You weren't able to do much. You kind of pushing it down, but that's
Okay.
about all you got.
Okay.
So, everything okay?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna growl back at it. Grrr!
Okay. All right, then. Mistral, your turn.
Is it down?
Mm-mm.
It's still kind of in that crouch position, but it looks like maybe that's its preferred way of movement at this point. Not necessarily that it's, prone or anything. He's kind of battering at it with his shield, but it doesn't seem to be having much effect.
Are you prone?
Yes, you've got to stand up. It was able to knock you off your feet, just with the surprise.
Okay.
But you managed to kind of tuck and roll out of it actually being able to grapple you.
Okay. Does that mean that's my action?
You have to
Yeah.
spend half your movement speed standing up, but it's right there, so it's not going to take you long to get to it if you want to get over and start meleeing it.
Okay. Yeah. Quarterstaff. Ha!
Okay. Ha!
Give me a little smack.
Yep.
Ooh. 18 plus 6.
That'll do it.
Okay. That's what, 24?
Either way, this does not have that much AC.
Very bony.
Where's my D8? There it is. 6. 10 points damage.
Okay.
And then I want to
You want to what?
kick it.
Okay. Unarmed strike. Whack. Kick.
Well,
Okay.
if it's down on the ground, it'd be easier than trying to punch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Monks.
16.
Okay, that'll hit.
7.
7. Okay.
I need a dice tray.
Yeah.
You know
Me too.
About it.
Well, I have one, but she's using it. Honestly, and I don't have room for it back here right now. But anyway, okay. So you come over as the two of them are like growling at each other, and you run up and whack it across the back and then kick it in the gut, and it turns and snarls at you now. And it's going to attempt to lunge at... I'm actually not sure which one it's going to lunge at. It's going to come back at you again. It's going to lunge at you and try to hit you and start pummeling you, actually. And it is going to come at you recklessly.
Okay. Oh no. It would like to range.
Oops. All right. It hits.
You sure?
The die roll is an 18, and it gets a plus to it. So, yeah. I've got your AC written down over here.
Damn.
Oops.
Where's the bard? I need some inspiration.
Unless I can play you some horn notes.
Bird, sing for me.
And you are going to take... Oh, that's actually... You're going to take 7 points of damage. And it's just coming up and trying to pummel you at this point. All the while screaming in your face. I'd like you to make a Constitution check.
Oh.
I don't like this. Save?
Yes, Constitution save.
13 plus my con?
You're fine.
Okay, 17.
It wasn't a very hard check. You're fine. All right,
Your immune system rolled well.
Urst.
I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna give him a good old thwack with my great axe.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, we're looking good. 21.
21 will hit.
All right. Let's see. That was let me keep that color. And how about? Oh, come on. How about 6 damage?
6 damage?
Yeah.
I can do that. You're moving just a little bit. You're a little out of frame.
We good? Are we good?
Yeah, I can see your face in the other camera now too, though. We got to figure this out. Okay, so you did 6 points, you said? Okay.
Yes.
What we
There we go.
could do is raise them up higher.
Possibly. We'll have to look at that.
Over the head? Pointing
Maybe.
down?
We'll look at that for next recording. I don't want to stop in the middle and do it unless we have to stop for one of the Geeklings. Okay. So that brings us back around to the top of the initiative order. This guy is not looking healthy at this point. Not that it looked healthy before, but now you actually see it turn and it starts hacking. And it spits up this black ooze that just hits the cement. Or the cobblestones.
Don't kill it. I'm gonna yell that, but it's not my turn. So
Careful, you're making cameras bounce.
Oh. My bad.
I got more note paper if you guys need. Okay. Ronan, back to you.
Okay, so last time I cast Magic Missile, and
You probably only have like 2 spell slots that you're...
I do only have
Okay.
2, so I used one of them, and
you do have unlimited cantrips, so
Yeah.
Yeah, cantrips you can do
I think they
at
gave
will.
me Firebolt.
Firebolt's a good one.
Yeah,
Alright.
But that's a spell attack, so you have to roll for that one.
Okay, so do I roll
Right?
my D20?
I believe so.
Sorry, I'm new to this.
Yes, you roll your d20, and on the top of that page there should also be a modifier. Oh, no, it's not.
It's based on your intelligence, so it's +3. Right?
Plus 3.
plus
Yeah.
proficiency.
Plus proficiency, so +5.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we should probably write that.
Make a ranged spell attack, yeah.
+5 there,
So just put plus 5.
and +5.
And then your save...
15.
What,
Right?
what
10
class
plus.
are you again? You're wizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be 10 plus?
No, I think it's 8 plus.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
Hold on. Spell save is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier, so it'll come up to
Move 13.
13.
Here?
Yep.
Yeah. Spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence
What's
modifier.
spellcasting ability?
Intelligence.
Just intelligence?
Yeah.
So change that to +3.
Yeah.
No.
That's like a worksheet. Yeah, it's +3.
Okay.
No proficiency, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good.
There you go. So those are that makes it a cheat sheet for you in the future. Makes it
Okay.
quick to understand.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do. I think we are. Thank you.
So Firebolt, if you hit, it does 1d10 of fire damage.
Yeah. So
Alright, so
We're
you
gonna
roll,
Well, you have to roll
roll,
the d20
roll your
first.
d20
Yeah.
to see if you hit.
Okay.
And then add 3. So 15.
well, still
Okay,
attack
five.
bonus. That's +5.
Oh, plus 5. So
So you got 17.
17
Mm-hmm.
to hit.
17
That'll hit.
All right. Roll your damage.
4.
4? Okay.
Is it not plus anything?
No.
Not with,
No.
Okay.
Not with a cantrip.
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the benefit and the bane of Firebolt. It can do a lot of damage, or you can roll like my wizard does and get 1s on damage.
One. You just shot him in the butt.
No, seriously, he can hit like nothing. The D20 rolls are usually great, but then he just like
Fizzles
grazes
out.
everybody.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's fine. If you guys need to excuse yourselves from the table for more drinks or anything, you don't need to explain to me. Just preferably wait until after your turn.
Oh gosh. Okay.
If we gotta readjust camera, we gotta readjust.
Yeah, I'll
You
readjust.
probably will.
Oh, focused.
Did
We're
you
good.
clean the lenses at all?
Yes, I did.
Yes, we did.
Pull the leg out near you a little bit.
Does anyone want anything?
I'll take some fries and.
Oh, can you grab me a Coke? Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, after her attack, Hemel. Sorry, Emmerich.
Emmerich, yes.
Cedar.
I'm gonna strike it again with my warhammer. This
Okay.
time, instead of swinging up, I want to swing down.
Ooh.
Okay, cross chop.
On the top of the head, yeah. And also,
As it's sitting there spitting up.
non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Okay.
Yeah,
Blunt.
if possible. Well, I mean, I have a blunt warhammer anyways, but 18 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit. Oh, I forgot. You actually get advantage on the rolls because he attacked recklessly. He's not
Okay.
Oh.
concerned
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
But you hit already, so you
I mean, I can
can.
try for a net.
you
net
can-
20.
Yep.
No.
Missing a 0 on that one.
And then 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then if I don't knock him unconscious,
He's not
I would
unconscious.
like to try to shove him again with my shield.
Okay.
Get him on the ground. Like, all the way on the ground.
Like prone?
You know? Yeah, like
Yeah.
prone.
You get a bonus action for that kind
Yeah,
of thing?
because of my shield master.
Okay, just
As a
checking.
bonus action, I can use my shield to shove.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's going to be 13.
13 to hit?
13 is contested.
Oh, okay,
Right.
yep.
For a shove.
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's fair.
This little beast is wily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta try. Like, yeah. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Mistral, your turn.
I'm gonna whack it again.
Okay. I figured, but.
Not
whack 'em.
lethal.
Okay. Not aiming for pressure points.
Is this something
You
that
do
we
get
can-
advantage on the roll, too.
5-finger
Alright,
knockout
well, I
punch.
rolled a 15, so that's 21.
So that will hit.
I rolled a 15 again.
Okay.
Alright.
Weighted dice.
Confirmed.
Weighted dice.
Confirmed the 15.
Oh, that's max damage.
Okay.
12 points, but non-lethal.
12 points, that's fine.
Is this even something that we can-
If I haven't sharpened my axe in a while, is that blunt damage?
You can turn it and use like the flat side of it.
But what if I want to use the sharp side that's not sharp?
Then you'll probably take its head off.
Even if it's blunt?
If
Like-
you swing something hard enough, anything can be sharp.
True fact, you can put a piece of hay through plate armor.
Yeah.
You get it going fast enough. They actually did an experiment with that.
I
Yeah,
think I have an idea for my next character.
just throwing hay.
It's a farmer. He's got like
Just
he's
the-
got like the wide brim hat, and he's chewing on a little piece, and he's just like ninja stars.
Gambit style, but with hay.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this concept. New campaign setting. Okay. All right, but now it's turn, and it is not pleased with the attacking. It's actually going to pounce on you this time.
Fair.
Actually,
I'm pretty threatening.
you went before it, or no? You were just talking about going. Never mind. So it's just gonna start wailing on you.
Okay.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Yeah.
It's 2 because he's got advantage, but it hit the coffee cup.
I mean, it has to get through my beard first anyway, so I don't know if it's really gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit,
Yep,
even
see?
with.
Beard armor. Who needs metal and leather when you got a beard?
Are we good?
A little bit more toward the far side there.
Yeah, get me more in frame.
Yeah, you wanna move it
star
more
of the
this
show.
way.
There you go. You're good. All right. So now it's gonna miss. It's hitting at you.
It's like
But
beating on my chest. I'm just like.
Give me a Constitution check.
About natural 20.
That will be fine.
Oh.
You will be fine.
I'm telling you, the beard
All right.
does the trick.
Speaking of Urist, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hit it with the flat of my great axe.
Okay.
Now, where's the 20 that I need before?
And you do get advantage on this.
Oh, okay. Let me just roll the other one. All right, I'm not gonna use that one.
Okay.
All right, so that'll be a 22.
You hit.
And I will do. How does the 13 sound you?
How does the 13 sound?
Yeah.
I think you get a solid thwack on it.
All right, cool. Do I leave a side of a great axe
You hear
shaped
a
indent?
dong, and you see it like bounce its chin off the cobblestones at this point and just come up looking dazed. But it'll still hiss in your face, and at this point, the black ooze that it spit up before is just running out of its nose and mouth.
Gross.
We don't know what this creature is.
No.
Give me a.
Nature check, maybe?
Well, on your turn, you could do it if you want. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till the end
I
of
thought I
combat.
did just miss that. I was wondering what this thing was that keeps cackling at us or whatever that was.
But it is your turn, Ronan.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this thing is still kicking, obviously.
Yep. Doesn't look like it's got much left to it, but it is still up and fighting.
I'm gonna smack it with your quarterstaff because you can't.
I was gonna say, can I just give it a good thwack?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So I'm gonna roll my d20 and then d6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh, you do
Wait,
get
wait.
advantage though. Oh,
You do
no.
have advantage.
Did it attack recklessly again?
Yes, it did.
Alright.
Okay. All right.
roll again.
Roll again. Hoo-hoo-hoo.
Saved.
Saved
All right,
by the barbarian.
plus
Plus
13.
13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Okay.
And it does 8 damage.
8 non-lethal
Isn't
damage.
it D6?
Oh yeah, it's D6.
Oh, that's nothing.
Well,
Well,
I
if-
guess it depends, because if you're
Do it two-handed.
two-handed, it's a D8. If you do it
Oh,
one-handed, it's a
versatile,
D6.
right?
We. I don't know. It doesn't.
Are you using two-handed or one-handed? All right, so 8 damage.
8 damage?
Yeah, non-lethal.
Okay. You see it. It slumps down to the ground. Oops. I got a perfect little corner here where it keeps getting caught against the DM screen.
Mm-hmm. He's just re-rolling his ones.
No, it's seriously. It keeps stopping like this, and I'm going, what number is that? You see it slump to the ground, and then it starts picking itself back up.
Dang, this thing is brilliant.
Yeah.
And it coughs up another big
wad.
wad
Ew.
of this nasty, black, sticky stuff.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
There you go.
With your mace.
With my warhammer. So hit it one more time. Natural 20.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
So that's double dice.
We're doing the
Double
doubles?
damage. Non-lethal,
Double dice.
right?
Yeah, non-lethal. Yes.
Okay.
9, 12.
Just high-load the shit out of
There
that.
you go, the middle, yeah.
So 12 damage.
All right. I think. Yep. You successfully knock it out.
All right, finally, ham.
You walk up to it as it's hacking and coughing and just give it a big old blow right to the base of the skull. Just knock it flat. And that is the end of combat.
Yay.
Let's tie it up. All right. Before he gets up again, let's tie it up.
Do you still have your handcuffs?
I do have manacles, yes.
Cuff him.
I'm gonna use my manacles.
Okay.
And does he have like, so now that he's not like thriving and thrashing around
And attacking us.
and attacking us, is it a human? Is it a four-legged beast? Or...
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Can
10.
I help him with it?
10.
Sure. You can take a look at it. Well, you can do your own perception.
I will
Okay.
do my own perception as well. Oof, I have no
18.
idea what it is.
What did you get?
I got a 2.
Okay. An 18?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, looking at it, this is a humanoid, possibly even...
In case you get a 20. Oh, you-
Cursed.
she also got a 2.
It does appear to maybe even have been a human,
Ah.
but now it's almost appeared to possibly be diseased. It doesn't have a breather mask on like you guys do, and this black stuff is just running down its face and out of pretty much every orifice on its face.
So yeah, I want to manacle that in its hands, or what
Okay.
used to be hands.
Oh, it's still very human features, but very gaunt and like it hasn't had a good meal in a long time.
Or been to the bathhouse.
Is it contagious?
Do you want to roll me a medicine check?
How do I do that?
Just roll and add your medicine bonus.
It's a feature. What's your question?
Is it contagious?
Well, Mistral also had a question.
Oh.
4 plus 5.
Right.
I was just
Oh,
going
I
to
know.
ask
Don't
if
tell me.
there's like a hospital or medical type building in the.
You're just gonna look around and see if you can spot one?
No, like if there is one in the town. Like,
Oh,
is
probably.
This, like, something we would know. Like, is there?
Oh, a town this size probably has some kind of healer's place or hospital or something.
Okay.
And
You're new to town, so knowing where it is, but a town this size has something.
Okay.
There are too many people here not to have some kind of healer's facilities. Anyway, you got a what?
I got 9.
Something's itching at the back of your brain. This reminds you of something, but you cannot remember right now what it is.
Okay. Sounds like a familiar state of mind for me.
It's
What?
is manacled a word?
yes,
Okay.
the act of
You put an apostrophe at the E.
Why?
Manically?
Manacle.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Arrowed.
to the knee. I manacled him in the knees.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, can you imagine how inconvenient that would be?
I used to be a horrible, like, black bile beast, and I got manacled in the knees.
Oh boy. Okay. So, what are you going to do with it for now? You manacled it. Did you manacle it to something or just hand to hand?
Hand to hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got another one?
No, I only have the one.
You got rope? I don't want this thing to run away.
I mean, I probably have rope, yeah. I mean, Explorer's Pack, I think. has rope.
Yeah, I think Explorer's Pack.
Tie him up.
Yeah, I'll do everything, sure. You guys don't have to do anything, that's fine.
Let's see. 15 for tying up his legs.
Tying up his legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, all of the legs, not just the feet. I think that's
Oh.
like... He's a mermaid now.
Little shibari.
A Fiji mermaid, but a mermaid nevertheless.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Alright.
And this, by the time you're tying it up, it starts coughing and groaning,
No, well, I don't care.
starting to shift around.
Now, listen, he's gotta like snake his way away like pretty fast to get to get anywhere now.
The point is, it's starting to wake up.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll hit it again.
Should we take it somewhere? Where do you guys want to take it?
Medical facility. We can find one.
What time of night is it?
It's getting pretty late.
I'm gonna run out to like the street. Is there anyone passing by?
There's a few people here and there.
I want to go up to one of them and ask where the medical facility is.
Okay. They direct you down a couple streets. Apparently, there is a hospital.
Oh,
Okay.
convenient.
I'll run back into the alleyway and tell everyone down here and lead the way.
Okay.
Hold, grab the manacle, like the chain in between the manacles, and like
Drag it.
not drag him, but like if he's waking up and sort of on his feet.
Is he walking?
Mermaid legs.
Yeah, that's right.
Called dragon.
So
I guess we'll.
listen, like if you got a manacle behind him, like you just pick him up like that, and he's just like.
Well, I mean, I'll like find him and carry him if I have to.
You can get a bit that way.
Yeah.
Is he wearing shoes or clothes?
Some rags of what looks like was closed at one point, but at this point it's tattered.
Awkward.
We'll just drag him. Whatever. We'll drag him along.
He's going to the hospital anyway.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
As you guys start going down the way, you don't get too far before you hear, "Halt!"
I guess we'll halt. I'll
And-
halt.
Who said it?
You look over and you see it's a group of 4 guards actually come running up.
All right, we halt.
What can we do for you?
What do you get? What are you doing here?
We were attacked by this
This
thing,
creature.
and we don't know what its disease was, but we were gonna bring it to the
You see
hospital.
if somebody's at the door.
Pardon me.
We were gonna bring it to the hospital.
Let me see. He goes over and takes one look, and then immediately just, "Dear God!" Even with the mask on, he's taking his cloak and covering his face.
Disease.
What is it? Do you know what this is?
You don't?
We're new to town.
It's not just this town's problem. This is black lung.
And my character would obviously know what black lung is.
Roll a medicine check. Now that it's been named, it's going to be easier for you to know what it is.
Oh, jeez, maybe not though.
22.
Oh,
6.
so you remember now.
You remember.
So now he'll tell you, and then you have to pantomime it to us.
Yep. What'd you get?
I got a 3.
A 3.
We're still flustered. We're still a little flustered, you know.
Yeah.
And
I was living in the wild for how long? You know. So how you doing?
yeah. Minstrel could maybe roll and get something else on.
You got medicine skill, right? No? Oh.
Well, it's a really low check because it is...
Common
We're
knowledge.
dealing with black lung.
yeah, the guard just stated that this guy has black lung.
Okay. 15 plus what?
Next.
Yo, you're fine.
Wisdom? 3? 18.
So both of you got this. Got the buttons. I'm gonna stick my head right in the camera.
You can just say it. Oh, player knowledge never hurt nobody.
We're hidden now, so you can pick our notes if you need to.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Contagious?
Some seem to think so.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step back from it.
I'm just gonna make gross coughing noises.
That's all you're doing?
Okay.
You're gonna lead the guards to believe you're infected too now.
They actually do start giving you a look and start stepping back a little bit.
That's fine. Stay away from me.
We need to get rid of this thing. Just leave it there for now. And several of the guards start spreading out and like keeping the crowd back at this point. Anybody that's passing by at about midnight.
Can I?
People are opening their windows, looking out. Oh, what's going on?
Does anyone have it? Do you guards have a set of manacles? I could maybe get mine back if you put yours on here.
I don't want to get near that thing.
Give them to me.
He hands over his manacles.
I'll put his on and take mine back.
Okay.
And I have my manacles back.
Now I'm gonna have to get a new set.
So what should we do with this person?
We'll take care of it from here. I've never seen one in this part of the town. Anyway, we'll deal with it from here. He calls to one of the other guys that's with him and whispers something to him. The guy takes off running.
What are you gonna do with him?
Just leave it with us. Have a good day, citizen.
Well, he attacked us. I'm curious as to...
Do you want to file a report? It's a simple question. Do you want to file a report?
No.
Then good day, citizen. And now what do you all do?
Go back to the inn and sleep.
Oh, I am tired.
Yeah, I could have a rest too. We all need to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all make...
Listen, my beard armor took care of it. I didn't take any damage.
Fair enough. So you guys all make your way back to your inn. I'm trying to remember where I put notes on that. Because you were not staying there. You were staying... Where is it?
The ugly boot.
Evil boot?
That one.
The Evil Boot was the inn you guys went to. That is not the place you ended up finding
The happy.
rooms.
The happy.
Good.
shoe.
The Good Slipper was the other one that you went across the street to and decided you didn't want to stay at.
The
That place is
I
really
remember
gross.
these.
the jovial sandal.
Drowsy cat?
Yes, the Drowsy Cat. Thank you.
Oh.
I was gonna say the angry cat.
It was the Drowsy Cat. Man, my notes are great, aren't they? Anyway, so you make your way back to the Drowsy Cat at this point, and you're all
sleepy
heading up to
kitten.
sleep.
Get some food and sleep. Yeah.
At this point, the front room is closed. Everybody's kind of shut up and gone to bed for the night.
There's nothing around to eat. No peanuts,
Street food.
Doesn't look like it.
bread,
This is what you guys get for staying up all night.
fruit.
They don't have like a steampunk vending machine.
It belts out black smoke when you use it.
If you need rations, I have some in my pack.
No, the innkeeper is able to give you some minor
Nibbles.
nibbles,
Handful
basically.
of
Yeah.
walnuts.
Anyway, so you guys all rest for the evening at this point? Anybody
Yeah.
doing anything I need to make notes on or anything?
No,
Okay.
taking a long rest.
Okay, everybody takes a long rest, heals up to full, all your spell slots are back. And... Just checking the time.
Oh.
Just didn't know.
Alright. So next morning dawns. It is a bright and beautiful day, or maybe
Do
you're in the
the
middle of a room.
do the birds have masks on?
What birds?
Bird people? Yeah.
No. I mean like no
No.
regular birds, just chirpy birds in the
No,
morning.
would they?
No. Just wondering. Are they hacking and coughing too?
Are there birds?
There's a better question to be asking.
Like I said, what birds?
Oh, all right.
What's a bird?
That one, but smaller.
I'll go down to the...
You're in the middle of an industrialized city, so there isn't many.
Well, let's have pigeons and stuff in cities.
Probably not very well.
But they don't look healthy.
Oh, how about the rats? Do the rats have little masks on?
What rats?
Jeez.
Jeez, that's pretty.
Cockroaches.
Well, no.
Nothing will destroy those things.
This is a
just-
very clean city.
They just leave a black trail of sludge behind them.
Gross.
Anyway, so next morning.
I'll go down to the... Not lobby. The eating area.
The dining room.
Yeah, dining room. and get some breakfast and wait for everybody else to join me.
Okay.
Same.
So you all get individual tables because you're waiting for everybody else to join you. I see how it is.
I mean, I'm groggy when I wake up. I don't necessarily know what I'm looking at or what
You
I'm
drink
doing.
grog when you first wake up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, that's gonna help you wake up.
I'm a dwarf. I be in my blood.
Just.
If he goes over and sits at another table, I'll go join him.
Oh, okay.
Is there room service?
She doesn't want to sit with you guys.
I'm sure if you pay enough, there could be.
I want room service.
It's the innkeeper. He comes with the tray.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ring for room service.
Yes. I'm busy writing a letter.
Okay. Do you need paper or anything for?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Where'd my paper go? It was right here.
I got a fish.
Oh wait, no,
And
I
an
think
L.
I have one still.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fish and an L. What would fish L do?
Oh.
Elfish?
L
I
fish
think that's Spanish.
I don't think so.
L fish.
Oh boy. Anyway, so you order up room service. Yeah, the girl that comes up to take your order seems very confused by this. Like this isn't standard affair here.
Very abnormal.
Okay, well, I tip her and ask for food.
Okay. Seeming
Breakfast
still
assortment.
seeming a little unsure, but not gonna argue with hard coin in hand. She goes downstairs to fetch you some stuff.
Okay. Hey, that's a good question. If there's no rats or birds, how do they get meat?
The cows have masks.
The pigs have masks?
It's imported, maybe, for like a less polluted area.
There are
In
some
bubbles?
birds and some rats around, but you definitely notice that they look
Unhealthy.
unhealthy.
I just want to know, is my bacon healthy? Am I poisoning myself?
Grass-fed organic bacon.
Farm to table. I think it's farm to table.
Black farm to table.
Whole new meaning to Black Forest.
Black Forest town. Forest is very dirty. It's very black.
It just happens to be the forest that's downwind of all the soot stacks.
Soot just
It's just
piling
covered
up.
in soot.
Okay, either way, it doesn't matter. I have food.
Yep.
It's a little smoky. It's got a good taste to it.
Smoky flavor, wonderful. A little bit of char on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. At least what you think it is.
Yeah, so I pay her for the food and have her keep the change.
Okay.
I don't know how much food costs, but whatever.
Probably for the spread that they're going to bring you, you're probably looking at like 3 silver.
It's fine.
Yep.
That's according to my witcher.
At the table downstairs with the common folk that we are. Did Ronan join us? Did Ronan make
I'm
it down?
just prettying myself in my room.
Okay, so it's just the two of us.
I'm gonna come down and get some seed.
Maybe later.
So what do you think we should do next? I'm honestly at a loss. Of what we should do, but I say to you.
Maybe they have some sort of medical record building that we can go investigate what this is all about.
It's just black lung. I mean, there's really not much to...
I don't know what a black lung is.
Okay, well, I will proceed to tell him what my character knows about black lung.
What does your character know about
I'd like to hear this.
Well,
Didn't you not succeed that roll?
I didn't do well with it, no, but
it's when your lungs get black,
yes,
it's,
from breathing in the toxic fumes without a respirator on. And it apparently will turn you feral. But I don't think there's really much more to look into.
I could have figured that out myself.
It's funny listening to you guessing at this. When I only have like 2 pages of notes on it, you know. Only.
Causes, symptoms, different
just
stages of stage 2 black lung.
Yep.
All right, so I get the black lung for dummies version of.
Can I try?
Or Black Lung from Dummies version.
Can I roll again? With a better night's sleep, do I remember more?
Yeah, I'll give you the chance to roll it
That's
for me.
generous. Oh
No,
boy.
not any better. Not any
We'll
better.
go with what you said then.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's pretty good deduction, if nothing else.
You're lucky you didn't roll a 1. It's like you actually know less now.
You do have your tokens, though, if you wanted to roll better.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm not that concerned about it. It's black one, you know.
Yeah,
It's like-
lungs get black. You know, it's
It just happens.
It's what happens.
Maybe in New Jersey.
Listen here.
Yeah,
I love D&D.
I think
Call
that
it New
was
Jersey
just-
lung from now on.
I
People
think
are gonna
that-
look at us and be like,
okay,
what?
well, that's fine. No,
Okay.
you good?
No,
you done?
yeah,
You done?
okay.
You done?
That's enough side talk.
I think that was just a random encounter. You know, nothing to look into. But that's just me. That's just what I think.
Alright, then maybe the better question is, what was that kind of creature doing in the alley there?
Being feral? Like, wait.
If you remember, the guard had said that it was uncommon for the feral creature to be up in this part of town.
So what do you think, it was released or something?
That's what fucking. I'm just telling you. I don't know what's going on. Let's investigate.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Wait, did you just drop an F-bomb?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth a... Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Let's wait for the rest of our party and see what they think. But yeah, we could look into it some more. Because I don't know what to do about this Melvin guy. It's very peculiar.
Okay. So at this point, I'm assuming you all congregate at some point. You having written your letter? Is there anything I need to know about this, or?
No, I'm just writing my letters to I have her name written down. Her new name.
Her new
Her
name.
new name. Nylene. Madame Nylene. Gilded Lady.
Okay.
So I'm writing a letter to the Gilded Lady.
Can you tilt the camera that way a little bit more? It's gotten bumped. There we go.
Oh,
Excellent.
oh gosh. And to Master Toro. And yeah, I'm kind of just putting them in one envelope and marking it to the Gilded Lotus.
Okay.
And trying to ask a barmaid or whoever is about that works here if there's a courier that looking for someone to talk to
Yep.
about finding a
You want to post it.
Yeah.
Just standard post. You don't need a special runner for it. Meaning you're not hiring somebody specifically to run your letter.
No.
Okay. Yeah, they can easily do that for you. They can post it. It'll be a copper for postage. Okay.
Can they bring silver?
Yes. No, like I told you guys, essentially as I see it, is you're money is fluid. I'm not going to get down to, unless I specifically tell you that you have a stack of platinum.
It automatically alchemizes into different levels.
Well, that or the person that you're dealing with is going to have change, unless I specifically tell you otherwise.
10 copper to 1 silver?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Got it. I'm trying to be accurate,
Okay!
Okay.
Alright, so after you guys gather together, what is your plan for the day? I can only drive this horse so much.
Look, listen, I've been working well above my intelligence pay grade right now.
I mean, can I, since I can write things, could I, like, draw some sort of diagram to sort of try to explain the black lung thing to them since they're so worried about it? Or,
Sure, do you need paper?
I mean, do I actually have to draw it, or can I just simulate drawing?
Roll the draw.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm going, what do we do here?
Oh, yeah, performance probably, right?
Did we
Like-
figure out, do they have
Oh.
hands?
Kenku?
Yeah,
I believe they
hands.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do lungs look like again?
Do they have arms?
It's. I think their wings became arms.
Oh, strawberries.
With hands?
Um,
I'm trying to picture
I
this in my
believe
head.
so,
Wings
yeah.
with hands.
I wonder,
They
wait, I wonder if
Xenothars,
this is
right?
what lungs look like.
Probably not me. I
Um,
probably have never seen a medical textbook in my life.
Yeah, this is terrible. I should be able to draw better lungs than this. They look like pineapples.
I said strawberries earlier.
Yeah, they're long, like.
do you guys remember what book they're in?
Lungs?
No, Kenku.
Oh,
They're not in my book.
They're in.
Ever?
They're not Eberron. They're.
No, they were before Eberron. Eberron just came out.
That's true. Monsters guy?
He has a monster manual?
Well, oh, that's actually probably true. They don't show up as a playable character in there, but
Volo's Guide to Monsters.
okay, I think I've got that somewhere. Yes. It's like I thought I had it.
Oh yeah, they absolutely have hands.
Alright, well, so I'm gonna draw.
Do they have arms, though?
Yeah. Look.
Okay. They don't have like little, they're not
yeah.
like little, like.
So the
They're like, okay, do you remember, I don't know, this is gonna give away my age here, but the,
No age
Robin
talk.
Hood?
Yeah.
Oh, about the
yeah,
animals?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he dresses up like a bird.
Yeah.
The stork thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Totally has hands.
So
Only
he
has
can
3
totally.
fingers, but has
So
hands.
Ronan drew this. Is this acceptable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna pass this around to the class.
Okay.
Here, let me put it up for the camera real quick too. There we go.
It looks like the strawberries with cigars is death. Alright, see what you can make of that.
Yeah, black lung. It's lungs from the smoke soot in the air, and it will eventually equal death. So we must have seen an early stage of it, I guess.
Okay.
But I guess what the one town guard said, that they're usually not in that part of town. So maybe it was released on us for snooping around Melvin's general store. Should we maybe... Do you think we should go to the hospital and try to find him, or should we go to the town guard and ask them what they did with him? Or we go back to the alleyway.
I kind of have a feeling he's not gonna be.
Intuition's really good.
See if there's any clues there.
Methinks you wouldn't find any of him in the hospital. You didn't catch my meaning.
At what stage of Black Lung did it look like he was at? Like, was that like his last?
All right, for those of you, since you're probably going to share a little bit of medical knowledge here with it, it does advance through stages, generally ending in one of two scenarios. they either go completely insane, like what you saw, or they die. Eventually, usually both lead to death, but in this case, you are seeing one of the last two stages. It's either dead or near dead. And completely insane.
It seems like a raw deal.
Yeah.
No
Sounds like a jolly one.
distinguishing features anymore or anything.
Still had, like, facial features and stuff, yes, but at this point, things are getting so disproportionate due to lack of nutrition and this toxin starving its body, essentially. You wouldn't be able to go, oh, hey, Carl!
No, but
Hey, but they could have dental records taken.
Still have their teeth.
I just mean, would it be anyone that we recognize? Or recognized?
If you want to think back to last night, I'm not even sure what to have you roll for that.
Distinguishing features.
Remembering roll.
Yeah, give me a remembering.
Remembering roll.
Give me a remember roll.
Remember roll.
Remember all.
I don't know, just...
Nope. That's a natural one.
No!
What attribute would that be?
Just give me a die roll at this point. I don't know.
Alright. I got a 15.
18.
13.
Okay. You two remember back enough that it's not somebody that you've seen.
Cool. I mean, it's not somebody I've seen before.
Not you, the two of them.
Oh. Wait, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
I got a higher number than she did.
The two of them.
Oh, okay, the two of you then. Sorry.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, so I'm right.
Fine.
Alright, it's not something I remember.
I mean, you wouldn't anyway, so I guess that's true.
So should we go to the town? I don't know where. Should we go to the town guard? Should we go back to the alleyway? See if there's anything there. I'm chasing my tail at this point.
We should split the party.
I feel like I should know what to do, but I don't.
Again?
Yeah.
Did we ever ask Melvin why he's not in the guild, merchant guild?
No, I don't know if we did.
Did we speak to Melvin after we learned that?
Well, yeah, because
He told us he wasn't.
Did he?
He told us he wasn't, I think.
No, we found out that he wasn't
Or we
from the
found out
merchant
That was
guild.
from the rival merchant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we asked him.
Do I know what that means? Not being in the merchant guild, like you know, like
It's
if
kind
you're
of
a
like
merchant,
not being like board certified or something, or like
yeah,
you know,
like better
credentials.
business bureau.
Yeah.
Something equivalent.
Okay.
It's like the union for guilds of merchants.
Yeah, generally all merchants will get together because then they can agree on a set of prices, import rules and stuff. The city that you guys came from is a little bit different just because it's an entire merchant city.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, the government there just deals with it. It's not a guild.
Okay.
This one being that it's less mercantile, that it's production based, and that the merchants are just there to serve the residents and the companies that work there or have businesses there. It's a little less formalized, I guess. Still very, that's not the right way to put it. It doesn't have to be as all powerful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think we should do?
Let's check the scene of the crime.
We could just ask
That's cool.
Melvin
About what?
why his prices are so low.
Did-
How he
we
can
did
live
ask
in
him that.
this-
He said that it's because of his vendors are very like he has special relationships with his vendors.
Where'd your accent go?
I'm talking player knowledge, just as because you know I can't do the. See, listen. I think I remember, and he said that something about his vendors being good, and he had special relations. You have it now.
Sorry, I believe in roleplay here.
So maybe we gotta track down the vendors then. That might be the best thing to do. Didn't you say there was a sketchy deal the other night between the vendor and the owner and Melvin?
There was.
I can't help you here.
So, that might be the way to go, is to try to find out more about the vendors.
Okay.
But I think maybe, because, well, those vendors, that exchange happens at night, right? It's morning, so we got all day to hang out. We go to the scene of the crime, I guess, or the attack in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Do some shenanigans go around there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then, so we'll do that. I don't know why I'm breaking this down, but let's do that, and then okay, let's do that. I got nothing else to say.
Okay.
I start putting my mask and everything on and just going, because I feel like I've been talking too much, and I'm
Right.
like...
Fair enough. You guys make your way back then to the merchant district.
So, in daylight, I'm gonna be looking around. I'm gonna be looking around for for any clues or.
When you're talking about what you're going to be doing or something, that you can drop it there. When you're talking between each other, that's when the role play kicks in. Come on now.
I'm just talking out loud then. Alright, and when I get there, I'm gonna look around.
Shenanigans.
Okay, so you guys get there. It's daylight. There's very few issues or problems. You got to kind of jostle your way through the crowd because now things are busy. People are on their way to work or to do business or whatever else.
Is the alleyway like paved or cobbled or anything, or is it
It's
mud?
It was cobblestone.
Okay.
It's kind of narrow and the cobbles aren't in the best condition, but yeah, it's cobblestone. You're just off of a fairly busy street.
I guess what I'm getting at is I wouldn't be able to like find any like wagon tracks that are.
No.
Okay.
You guys had made it onto the main. It's not quite a main drag. It's the main walkway in front of the shops. It's wide enough to get a couple wagons down, and that's probably what it was used for back in the past. But now, this time of day, with so many people going between the shops, there's no way you're pushing a wagon through there.
Through the alley?
Through the main street the alley is off of.
But can you fit a wagon down the alley?
Right.
It would be a tight squeeze, but you could.
Or a small wagon.
Yeah. Or wheelbarrow.
So,
Okay.
Bring out your dead. Ding!
so we've made it then to
Yeah.
the alley on event
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna investigate.
I also want to investigate.
Oh boy, I got a 10.
Okay. Do you have a plus on that at all?
I got a negative on that.
Okay.
That's what the 10 is.
I'm gonna, so I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my tokens and do the thing.
Okay.
Do you want this?
Yep.
Pass that down. I don't trust
I'll let
myself.
you guys do.
All right, let's see.
Try not to highlight the other dice. You gotta bump it off the table. Push the light in.
Oh.
That's it.
You got the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Also a 2.
It's also a 2.
Okay.
You want me to re-roll this?
Yep. Re-roll it.
Oh, you re-rolled the other one too.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's still random. Well, with my 2, I got a 6.
Actually, I forgot. You need to roll me a d4. I forgot about that.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Before
yes.
you get the new dice.
Oh, yeah.
Still don't know what this is for.
2.
2? All right. Because you guys keep rolling 2s, and it's the same thing on my chart here. Oy. One of these days, you guys will roll something other than that. Anyway. Okay, so you've got a 2 to investigate.
Well, plus 4, so 6.
I
6.
have an 18 plus 3 for 21 to investigate.
Okay. Are you investigating at all, or are you just hanging out?
I'm just hanging out.
What did
hang
you
out.
roll?
The 2 plus 1.
All right, so we got a 10, we got a 21.
I start to look and then I just notice some stuff on my foot, so I'm brushing
Distracted.
dirt off my shoe.
Yeah.
I would like to think that I am very fervently investigating, but just finding nothing. And, like, I'm trying my hardest. I really am.
Looking behind trash cans. And...
Yeah. Just all the wrong, places.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever see that joke? It's looking for love in Alderaan places.
Mm.
Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Still not funny. But
All right. So, you're not finding anything.
I didn't find anything. That's fair.
You found some trash.
He found some rats with black lung.
Well, I want to investigate that trash.
Specifically?
Whatever I
He
found.
starts picking through the garbage. I'm walking away.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
this person.
No thanks.
Dumpster diver.
That's fine. Whatever. No big
Alright.
deal.
I don't find out anything with my 10.
With a 10,
I find all the muck that this creature hacked up, or have they cleaned it? Oh, well, you see, all that creature was spitting up all that nonsense. There was an earthquake here. It's really strange. But it's gone now. They must have cleaned it up or something. Wait, earthquakes. They come out of nowhere. It's strange.
If it's something so regular like black lung, why would they? Oh well, I guess it's really contagious, right? So maybe that's why they cleaned it up. But those guards didn't seem all that interested in even touching the stuff or touching him. Yeah, so I doubt it was the guards that would have cleaned that up. Maybe someone from the city did, but I don't know. Maybe someone released this guy. They cleaned it up.
you can smell remnants of it.
Did anyone else find anything, Mistral? Did you find anything?
What am I looking for?
Ronan, did you find anything?
Guess not.
I mean, I'm gonna write you a note,
Okay.
Okay.
and
Can you have words? Ronan
They-
knows words,
write.
right?
Yeah, they know words.
Yeah.
They've got a curse that they can't actually speak.
They can't speak with their own voice. They can only mimic.
Okay.
I can't read.
The one that can't speak passes a note to the one that can't read.
It says police cleaned. Yeah, but how do we know it was the police? I don't know at this point.
There's like, police did this.
Just police stamp right there on the. This freshly cleaned by your local town guard.
Your cleaner was Gerald's.
Badge number 59726.
here's where he lives.
Let's go talk to him. Okay, well.
But no, once she notices that, you guys can take a minute and realize that there is an acrid smell of like a cleaner.
You take detergent or something?
More like a
smell that
strong
burning
acid.
Oh. Like melting the cobblestones acid?
Like bleach?
Like stronger than bleach. The fact you're smelling it through your masks.
Ammonia?
Something. I hope that's not getting picked up that well.
Work.
Bork, 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 bork.
Okay, well. We tried.
Okay. GG.
Didn't find anything else?
The area has been sterilized, the entire area. And you guys getting to think about it and what you know about Black Lung, that's not surprising. People are scared of this kind of thing, so
Standard
they want to get it. They want to get it cleaned up so that it doesn't spread.
It might be that we can check with the Center for Disease Control.
Oh.
Wow, the barbarian always proposing going to the bureaucrats. I love this.
Going to City Hall last time.
Listen, it was a good lead.
Filling out requisition forms for medical records.
I'm just doing scribbles because I can't actually write.
Okay, well, it was a good try. So we go back to Melvin?
That's his name.
Well, I know what's his name.
Don't wear it out.
I just don't know if we go to him, if we'll get any new information.
I wonder if this was a conspiracy.
By who?
For the other merchants.
Lizard people.
There's
Literally.
a feral person with black lung right near Melvin's establishment. Trying to run him out of town, maybe?
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
Being you think that Melvin might be getting all his wares from people who get in the black lung. This creature was nude, wasn't he? I don't
No,
know.
it looked more like
He was always wearing
they've been
scraps.
wearing clothing, but it's just slowly been torn over time. And
Hey,
you
but
saw
I-
the way that it was running around on like all fours. It was probably snagging on things as it went by and just didn't care at this point.
I'm sure this was an exception, and they usually take the clothes before it comes to this point, but that's my theory. I'm like literally the dumbest one here. But like quite a margin.
The bird is smarter than you.
Intelligence 9.
Yeah, no, I have a -1 to.
Yeah, but I can only mimic. So.
I'm not very intelligent, so.
You got more than I do.
I mean, I'm 15, but my character's smart. I'm not so not so much. So. Well, yeah. I want to go back to the street and ask around if anyone heard of the someone with black lung being spotted in this part of town. You know, it's like random passersby and be like.
Okay, you want to stop somebody and ask them about
Yeah.
black lung in this part of town.
Well, yeah, specifically, last night, has news of anything like that.
Well, okay, let's start. You approach
Okay,
somebody.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. I want to stop a random passerby.
Okay.
Okay, but I didn't know if they were gonna say something first. I'll say something first.
Well, you got to attract their attention.
Well, sure.
They're not just gonna walk up and see you standing there and
They
go,
look at you.
"Whoa!
Monster man.
Hell, Talos!" No, wrong game.
Yeah, so I'll wave someone down that I make eye contact with, and tell them to come to me. How about?
You wave at this guy and he just and keeps walking.
Okay, then the next person I'll walk up to and say, "Excuse me, did you hear of black lung that spotted in this part of town?"
There's black lung in this part of town, and she just starts freaking out at this point.
Screaming,
Yeah,
waving her arms above her
I'm
head.
spreading the rumor. I don't know if there was. I just didn't know if anyone.
At this point, she's taking off.
Okay,
She's
great.
leaving this part of town.
Wait a
Panic.
minute.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm spreading hysteria. Awesome. I'm not gonna do that again. Then. And I'll go back I'll meet the rest of my friends. If they don't mention black lung, like at all, they will freak out. Now you know.
At all.
At all. Just, nope. Alright.
So part of my background as an entertainer is knowing the gossip that's going around, having connections in different cities
Sure.
and whatnot. Is there anything I hear or can pick up or?
You want to spend a couple hours trying to pick up rumors?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And in this case, I will let you add your proficiency bonus because it is something you're skilled in.
Okay, that's 15.
Okay. All right. We will get to what you find out after we take a quick break.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll run a couple of commercial type things here. Let you guys know about what kind of shows and stuff we've got coming up on Geeks of Glory.
And now we'll have a word from our sponsors.
No, just internal stuff, shows and the like that we've got going on, both here and on the other stations we broadcast on, as well as what you can expect coming in the near future.
Black Lung.
Yeah, Black Lung. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you here shortly. All right, and we're back. After a short break here, what was supposed to be a short break, we've got snacks. We're settled back in. We're good to go. All right, so you guys are trying to figure out what to do after finding the sterilized alley.
Listen, I came up with several options.
And I kind of want to...
It's kind of like what you do with dinner every time we're trying to figure out what to eat, too. Provide way too many options, but no solutions.
I kind of like the idea that Irini had of using my background's ability, but is that cool? Like, if I don't want to like party necessarily, but like she's trying to find gossip, and I'm trying to find like a criminal den or like a
bad dude.
Yeah, like a underling.
Okay, you want to look for... Okay. And what... I know what you're wanting to do. What's the rest of the group wanting to do, I guess? Are you going with him, or are you
I'll go
striking
with
off your own
him.
thing?
I
Okay.
will accompany him to the underling place.
He's got like this big like backpack thing, you know, and I just like hop in.
You can't hop in. How am I gonna hang it? Well, I'll just walk.
No one wants to go with Mistral to her thing where she's trying to find
Oh,
gossip.
She's trying to keep a low profile.
We're splitting up.
Oh wait, we probably shouldn't do that, should we?
Are we splitting up? Or can we do our
Figured
thing
I
at the
would
same
go
time? Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
perfect. So I hop in the backpack.
Okay.
fine. I don't allow that. I'm gonna take my backpack off.
You, dwarves are pretty stocky.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I am a big guy. I could handle it.
He just doesn't want to.
Listen, you ever see Mad Max? It's like Master Blaster.
Oh, jeez. This is where we're going with that?
Except the smart person's on the bottom.
And the midget provides nothing in this scenario.
Listen, I swing around my axe.
Wait, which one was this? Is this the one from like the 80s?
The Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all
I
the...
see that one.
Well, I was going to say all the Mad Maxes are, but there is Fury Road.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
it's... Anyway, we're not doing movie reviews here. For that, come to my show sometime. No. Anyway,
All right.
so you guys are going off to look for what
Criminals.
particular?
Like,
Bad people.
okay, so I am under the
I'm asking the guy
impression-
with the ability to do it.
I am under the impression that the vendor that is supplying this stuff may not be on the up and up.
Okay.
So I want to see if I can find, I think we're gonna do this at nighttime also, like after maybe try to follow him or something. But in the meantime, I want to see if there is a like a black market type of area or like a
Black Market District.
Okay, I think I know what type of thing you're looking for. Now, what does your ability say you can do?
I mean, as I have it written down in my thing, it says, can easily find cities, law outposts, and criminal dens because of my watcher's eye.
He's very observant.
I was-
He can see people skulking about.
Okay,
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
you would know from this that you're in the wrong area to find something like that here.
Mhm.
And it may take you several hours to locate
Okay.
and get into. You're
Okay.
pretty sure you could do it eventually, but not being familiar with this city, it is going to take you time. It is a large city as well.
Okay. Well, we're still all together right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Well,
So I'm just you know that about your ability, that it's going
Yeah.
to take you time to observe and find.
mhm.
You can easily doing it, meaning I'm not going to make you roll for it. Or if I do, it's just for, did you walk into it in an hour or two, or is it going to take you a couple days?
Yeah, okay.
Versus anybody else trying to find it, they're going to have to do all kinds of checks. And
Sure.
did you persuade people the right way to actually get into?
Yeah. Well, if we're all together, do we want to make a plan? Okay, so this is me talking in character now. So if you're gonna do your thing and I'm gonna do my thing, we should meet before dark somewhere so that we can stake out again. But this time the intention of following the vendor. So do we want to meet back at the inn? Meet here at night when it gets dark?
We're just in the middle of the.
We're like I think we're still in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Across from Melvin's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll meet here.
Here, when it gets dark.
Sure.
Like, dusk, dark. When it gets dark. We know where we're meeting. Okay, Brett.
Aye, when the sun goes to bed.
Exactly. Precisely.
Okay. So you're splitting the party.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Yes.
going where? Who's going where?
I'm going with the criminal seeking lawman. Him. We'll go with him.
Okay.
I'm going with the dwarf and
Okay.
everybody.
Here I was hoping for 2 and 2 because I'd send 2 of you out, but
Well, I thought she
you
wanted
need
to
to be
be
discreet,
by
right?
herself.
I want to be discreet.
Yeah.
It would not be
Is
very
that-
discreet with me walking around with a
Large
crow man.
ring.
Or
Wow.
a half-naked dwarf.
could just be a seen servant, you know, as opposed to an unseen servant. Okay. All right.
Who are we doing first?
That's a great question.
Okay.
Let's do you 3.
Mm-hmm.
We'll head you off. You're going to head toward the horror districts of this city.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Follow the signs.
Yeah. Poor district this way. No, but it doesn't take much to figure out. You know, it's going to be closer to the factories. You can generally tell just looking at the types of buildings, the economical stance of that area. Where you guys are at, the buildings are fairly well kept, but it's not immaculate. So you're not in the upper class, but you're not scraping the bottom of the barrel here either.
Yep.
But you can generally wind your way around the city, spend a couple hours looking, and figure out, okay, here is where you're starting to get to the people that are desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, you find in those types of areas, that's where the criminal classes tend to congregate. Because the town watch isn't going to hang out there as often. You're going to have rougher personalities there anyway. You kind of just watch the crowds, see where people are going, get a read for people. Eventually, you stop in at a couple different bars and just make slight inquiries. It probably takes you a good 4 or 5 hours before you finally find your way.
Okay.
But eventually, you find that there is this one bar that keeps getting suggested to you, or a tavern. So you make your way there, and you walk in to this rundown tavern. It doesn't even have a sign out front. It may not even have a name, as far as you know.
Mm-hmm.
How do we find it?
Directions.
Oh.
It's one of those, the locals know where it's at. Generally, only locals come here.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of does strike you as one of those places that would be good for underhand deals or getting contacts in the right areas.
In a cellar of some building.
No, it's just tucked on a little dark corner that people might not go to. And it's so nondescript that you'd probably walk by it without ever noticing. Except that a keen eye will notice that there's an abnormal amount of people coming in and out of that door. It's not a constant flow, but if you sit there and watch it for a while, it's definitely some kind of business or something in there. You get inside, and it is your essentially typical dive bar. It's local dive bar, so it's all this people that probably at least know each other visually. Whether they actually ever interact or not,
Yeah.
that's a complete different question. But you definitely catch some glances as you walk in. You're dressed too good for this area. You're not one of the regulars.
Mm-hmm.
People are looking at you funny.
What about me?
Oh yeah, you too. They're looking at you funny because you don't belong here either.
I'm more in line with the dress code.
Actually, you're sub their dress code. But
Yeah, I mean, three brand new people walking in.
yeah,
Um,
one of them's a dwarf. One of them's a crow.
So a
One
dwarf,
could be a
crow, and
guard.
human walk into a bar.
yeah, so I'm just gonna go up to the bar and order an ale.
I will also do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 ales and what
And
what do you
birdseed.
drink? What do you again? What do you drink, Ronan?
Water.
Water. Okay. 2 ales and a water then, and then just go sit at a table and wait. I want to like watch and observe, but I think eventually someone will come up and talk to us, so we don't have to try to approach people. But yeah, so I guess we'll start at asking for the 2 ales and a water.
Okay.
Walk up. Can I get 2 ales and a water?
Guy starts pouring, slides them across to you.
I'll just hand him a silver.
Okay.
And
Picks it up, puts it in the register.
and take him in and go to a table.
Okay. He just kind of eyeing you the whole time, doesn't say anything.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm not gonna. I know not to be too talkative. So in these types of places. So if we go sit down at any open table and just kind of small talk amongst ourselves. So under, like hushed tones. We're gonna. I just don't want to whisper for the mic, but so this is the type of place where we sit and wait. Keep an eye out, for things going on. But eventually, at a place like this, someone will come and approach us.
You need to find the point of contact here.
Yeah, well, I'm watching, and I want to see. I'm observing still. Just if everyone is walking in and going to a certain person, or if
You would know in a place like this, the bartender is going to know the pulse of the place. The bartender is going to be able to be the one to point you in the right direction.
Okay.
You're probably not going to have somebody just walk up to you.
No. Okay.
Especially if you look like a cop. Or a town guard.
Mm-hmm.
And you're unknown here. You could be.
Okay. I thought someone would have come up and been like, "You guys are new," but all right. Well, if we sit for a while and nothing happens, then I will go up to the bartender.
Okay.
I have to think about what I want to say though. So,
Another round.
yeah, and okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm looking for someone to help me out with a problem that I have.
Oh?
Yeah.
What sort of problem?
I seem to have what sort of problem do I have?
That would be for you to say, not me.
Yeah. No, I know. Just want to phrase it.
Don't use fancy words for me.
Okay. I'm looking. I just want to. I need to get some things, but I need no one to know about it. Some supplies, but off the books.
He's just kind of staring at you, like waiting for something.
All I'll be frank. I need weapons and I need men. So someone here that can help me out with that.
You're looking for mercenary work?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to come down here for that.
Well, where would I go then?
There are 3 mercenary companies on the other side of town. Take your pick.
He sets down the beers ahead in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm a little new in town, so you want to tell me about these mercenary companies, where I can find them?
Talk is cheap. Information is not.
Okay, I'm gonna just slide over. A gold piece.
Okay. He'll just deftly, like he's just wiping the bar. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeps kind of polishing the bar.
You've got 3 mercenary companies. If you want details on each individual, fine. But, in short, they'll do just about anything you want for the right amount of cash. Anything from caravan protection to personal protection. Some say even hire them to do a hit. Of course, they won't do that one on the books. What is it you're wanting to do? Maybe I can give you a little bit better direction from there.
This is out of character, but I'm thinking. I don't really want to do anything, but I need to do everything. So,
I don't know what you're doing, man.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so out of my. Me and my character are out of their element. Okay. Well, I'm looking for someone.
Well, you found him.
Well, yes. I mean, I was looking for. You're not the person that I was looking for, but.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, sure.
No, I died. Sorry, somebody had to.
Yeah, there's someone in town that I've been sent to find, and I think places like this are usually a good place to start.
Who are you looking for?
It's a man or a company that's he's giving things away that he should not be giving away.
Giving away.
Selling at, or he might as well be giving them away, and he shouldn't be.
You're asking me to narc on someone?
I just want to find him. Maybe he'll sell to me too.
Looking to cut out the middleman, huh?
Someone's got to do it.
Let's see what I can find.
Thanks for the ale, and I'll grab them and go sit down.
You do realize that gathering information like this could take quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Hours to maybe days. It depends on what the network's like here.
Okay.
It does seem like the bartender, the way he was talking, is probably well informed, but something like this he has to probably put feelers out for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bring the ales and water back. And again, touchdowns, but so I got the bartender. He's gonna be looking for anyone that's selling things for cheap and see if he can't get some information on that. Things like this could take a couple hours. Maybe best to
Maybe.
maybe even days, you could say. But it's best not to poke and prod. We'll let him do his thing, maybe be back.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest
Tomorrow.
poking and prodding the bartender.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Like, he said he wasn't his type.
Yeah, I know.
He mad now.
Yeah, so let's finish these ales, and I think we'll come back tomorrow. But we gotta let him do his thing. So I think I don't know how long did it take us to kind of what time of day is it at this point?
You're looking probably mid to late afternoon at this point.
Okay, so before we leave, after we finish everything, I'll just go back to the bartender and as we're passing by, say we'll be in touch. I'll see you soon.
Just kind of gives a nod.
Okay. And we'll, I think, just slowly make our way back to our meeting point. Yeah.
Okay. We have running toddler.
How many? So I know I gave him 1 gold, but how many silver or copper with a couple of ales? Then maybe we got some food. Things like that. Yeah. I mean, the gold, I don't know if I overpaid for it, but...
Oh, probably.
Got his attention, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of gold for 3 beverages.
Well, yeah, I mean, the gold wasn't for that.
And
It's
they gave
the-
them a silver.
Yeah.
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 Silver to
No,
start with.
you paid for your drinks.
Okay.
It's all taken care of
It's
at this
still,
point.
okay, gotcha. Cool. So the gold, all that was just to make it. Alright. Sounds good. So we'll do that, make our way back to
Okay.
the meeting place.
Okay.
So we got things in the works now.
Alright.
You know?
Yeah.
In the meantime, what have you been up to?
I have been chatting with the people.
Okay. How do you intend to go about that? You just gonna walk up and start talking to somebody?
Well, I was kind of hoping that someone would recognize me.
It's possible.
I'll put on one of my costumes. That's probably a better idea.
Just in the middle of the alley, you're just gonna...
Strip down and put on a costume.
No shame.
They're getting a free show.
Fair enough. Okay. Something like this, especially in a town that you're not used to, going around to some of the coffee shops or something like that would be a good place to even just start eavesdropping on conversations. And or there are places that people would be more likely to chat than just standing in the middle of the street.
Right.
So you're probably going to want to start hitting up cafes and things like that.
Head to the Dunkin', start there.
Yep. Uncommon grounds.
Dunkin'
Or
does
sorry.
Dunkin' does not sponsor this stream.
No. Nobody does yet. We could change that, though.
Hey.
I sponsor this stream.
It's like PBS. It's like sponsored by viewers like you.
Exactly. and by the following.
Is there more of a noble district, or?
There's a little bit of a higher class district than what you're in, but there isn't like a nobility in this town. You've got some like the factory owners and stuff, but
Anyone that I would know in this town? Possibly from,
You
or
got,
has visited the city.
you got your lady from
Yes.
the Evil Boot, right?
well, that's
yeah.
yes, there actually are a couple of merchants that you know of that are based out of here.
Might I go visit them?
You could.
Would be a good place to start if I already have connections.
Okay.
There's a car going on somewhere.
Yes, we have a toddler above our heads. We're in the underground here at Geeks HQ. Uh-oh. Anyway. Okay. Now I have to rapidly develop a character that I did not plan on. There we go.
Ah, the joys of DMing.
You go to a place called Mental Prison. No, wait, that's a spell.
This could take hours or even days.
You're just lost.
He has to make a whole new person.
This is going to take 9 to 10 months.
You see like in like the middle of the alleyway, there's like some magic that floats down and starts like printing in like dot matrix like meow, meow.
Oh, these are just warm-up noises. You thought we were actually printing already? No.
Does like the AOL dial-up sound. What was all of that about?
I don't know.
It was dialing up.
Yeah, but like,
I feel like it had this Pavlov's dog effect though, where I'd be like, yeah, like whenever I heard them, it's like, yes, it's that.
You have mail. Goodbye.
you got it.
You do remember one merchant that was a bit of a chatterbox, and you think he might be a good place to start. He works for a company. That's not my pencil. It's like, that's got the wrong heft to it. Works for, it's not his company. He's just one of the traveling merchants for it. But his name is Francisco Bellone.
Francisco Bellone. Baloney.
No, Belone
Mr.
with
Baloney.
the above it.
He gets upset when you say that.
He's very sensitive.
Bellone, not Belloni. You pigs.
You've seen Hogsfather, right? It's like, tie me.
Yeah.
Or I remember this British comedy that would come on PBS every once in a while, Keeping Up Appearances. Mrs. Bucket, it's bouquet.
Emmett knows all about that.
And he works for Bouquet and Sons. Anyway, you know that company does have a headquarters here. They're responsible for shipping out a lot of the canned goods that comes out of this place.
Francisco
Baloney.
Bellone.
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 Bologna. It's not spelled that way, though.
No. Okay, next time we need to have the baby monitor set up there.
It's like the halftime show. We're going to the baby cam.
And he's a face for what company?
He's a merchant for Bouquet and Sons. Spelled bucket. This guy really got the shaft on this stuff, if you can't tell.
Okay. Can I hunt him down?
Sure. It'll take you a couple hours to get to the right part, ask the right people. Their headquarters is near the industrial district, but just far enough outside that they're not in the dirt and grime, but can easily get over there to get wagon loads, purchases, and stuff. His office specifically is attached to the front end of their warehouse. But you're going to go meet him at his office?
Sure, if that's
Okay.
where he's at.
All
right.
action.
Yeah, well, he's got this fire truck that's like this long up there.
Bigger than he is.
Yeah. Thing's freaking loud when it rolls across the floor.
A lot of fires.
Yep. From the friction of the tires. Anyway. Sure, you end up going inside the front. There's a receptionist out front. And what are you wanting to do?
To meet him.
So there's a receptionist out front.
Okay.
How do you interact? Just walk past her.
I guess I'll go up to the counter.
Okay. You can see the receptionist sitting there scribbling in a book and doing accounts, and looks up, has these huge glasses. Just it's this little tiny woman, but just these absolutely huge glasses. Just kind of looks up at you, and just her eyeballs through it look huge, and just blink, blink, blink.
Must be related to the other guy at the at the records.
Well, you got to imagine they're staring at these records in low light all the time. Hello.
Hi, I would like to meet with Mr. Bellonnet.
I believe he's in a meeting right now. Can I take a message?
Yes, you see, tell him. I know it's a surprise visit and all, but I would very much like to see him. We have some things to catch up on.
And who may I say is calling?
Calling?
Calling upon him.
Oh. Oh, you don't recognize me?
She takes off the glasses, and at this point you realize her eyes are actually really small, but just
She
the
like
magnification from it just... Have you been here before?
No. I'm fairly well known. My name is Mistral.
All right. Writes down a note. Hops down off her chair, and this is the point that you realize how small she is.
She a halfling?
Comes out from around the corner, and it's a little gnome. Goes carting off. Yep, pretty much. Older gnome lady. She goes off to a back door, pushes it open, kind of back around the corner, door shuts behind her. A few minutes pass. And the door suddenly comes
Kicking me.
swinging open, and there's Francisco standing there. My lady, I did not expect you. What are you doing here?
Surprise!
Indeed it is. Please, this way. And as he's basically shepherding you into a office, he's kind of taking these worried glances around. And you just see the little gnome trucking back out to her desk, escorting a couple of gentlemen out that look like maybe they were in a meeting with Francisco, and he's trying to block what he's doing at this point. You seem to have got him very off guard.
Strike while the iron is hot.
He quickly closes the office door behind you. Can I get you anything, my lady? Refreshments? Something to eat? I do not have much here. I was not expecting company of your caliber.
Don't worry yourself.
We're just, well, this is my first time away from home. And I want to know what's going on around the city. And I figured, since I don't know this place, but I know you, you could maybe tell me what's good around here?
He seems to relax a little bit at this. Indeed. This I can do. He goes over and gestures to a chair for you. He sits down behind his desk. Is there anything particular that I can help you with? And I've completely lost my accent here, but...
Francisco.
Francisco!
Bologna.
Bellone! Is it anything that Bouquet and Sons may help you with?
How well do you know merchant vendors?
Merchant vendors? In what way do you mean?
Well, see, when I had gone to... Where are we? What's this place called?
Fallow's Watch.
Here.
This place.
Fallow's Watch.
Fallow's Watch. I had stopped into... Oh, what was the guy's name? Melvin's General Goods?
General store.
General store? Melvin's General Store. And I saw that there's an awful lot of merchandise very cheap there.
Yes, I believe I have heard of this one. I can't say I know a ton. We deal mostly in exports. Imports, exports. And, he deals with goods brought in from elsewhere. We may supply him with some, but it is not an account I deal with. Is there anything particular you want to know?
Well, it's just...
At this point, he does seem to be getting a lot more comfortable because you're talking about something he does know and understand.
It's just very peculiar, that's all. I had purchased a shirt there for a friend of mine, and... Come to find out, it belonged to somebody else. It was pre-owned.
Does he run a used section?
I didn't think so.
Oh, this is odd.
I returned it, and he gave me my money back and everything, but...
Well, that is good. That would be, guild law.
But he's not part of the Merchants Guild.
Really? And he has a storefront. That is most odd. Very odd indeed. He seems to be making a small note about something. You take a glance at it, and he just seems to be writing something about inquiring about that. It seemed to strike something with him. Just, it could be something as simple as, he doesn't understand how that's possible. Having a storefront and not having a license or being with the guild.
You see, and then after, I had gone over to another shop to get a dress made, and they were telling me that his prices are driving most of the other merchants. It's screwing with the economy.
Yes. Now that you mention it,
It's not in a fun way.
Oh. Indeed. I do not deal with such things normally. Again, I don't sell here. My job is taking goods from here and selling them elsewhere. Like you're going home. Or buying things from there that we can bring back
to preserve. And I sell them to the canneries. But I do recall... What?
The canaries. Keep going. Keep going, sorry.
Have you ever seen a player being ejected from a DM's table before? Stay tuned.
It's just a funny picture that came to mind.
I'm hearing these voices. Anyway, you've got me all off track here. Wonderful. So, I do not deal with these things very often, but I do attend some of the Merchants Guild events, as we are a kind of merchant. Slightly different rule set, but you know, details. And I remember some of the local merchants complaining of such, but I cannot say I know particulars. A merchant like that, selling goods like his, would need to acquire them from somewhere.
See, that is my worry.
What is?
That he's possibly making unlawful deals.
This is possible. It would be difficult. The records in the town are very well kept. I don't know if you've seen any of the halls of records, but they're quite extensive.
Oh, yes.
But any transaction in and out of the town is normally recorded, unless you think maybe he is working with black market wares.
It's a possibility.
A black market shop on Merchants Row. Now that would be something to write about. No, I don't think that would be possible. He would have to document each sale. And if he could not show where he had purchased them from, the repercussions of such would be immeasurable. At least I don't want to spend the day measuring them.
So what you're saying is we need to see his ledger.
That would be a start. Or, if you want to take a trip through the archives, perhaps you can find transactions of the sales. Did he make record of the sale he made to you?
Yes, he gave me a receipt and everything.
Well, those he will have to file. And he would have to show where he got the goods from. Whether they were made in shop or they were purchased from elsewhere. I would normally say you could get such from the Merchants Guild, but clearly that is not the case in this instance. I wonder where they would go. I've slipped to German for some reason.
I'm noticing that.
Canaries.
This is better than how it normally goes. Normally I end up an Australian. No matter what accent I start with, somehow I gradually evolve into an Australian.
Oh, I should have left some trip on the bomby. Good eye.
Horrible.
Very puzzling.
He seems to be starting to get lost in thought, like how this could happen, what types of things.
So it's uncommon for someone to have a storefront and not be in the Merchants Guild?
I would not say uncommon. I would say unheard of. Unheard of. Yes, that is the word. But apparently possible.
Apparently. Okay, well, I didn't mean to catch you off guard, and I'm sorry for interrupting your meeting.
No. Feel free to come by anytime. Maybe we do dinner. Something?
That sounds wonderful.
Where shall I meet you?
Well, I am staying at the Drowsy Cat.
Forgive me, I would have thought you'd have been staying in other accommodations. Not a bad place, but...
I know of not any accommodations around here, so it was kind of first come, first serve.
Indeed, I would have thought you'd have been welcome into maybe a private residence or such.
It was an impromptu trip. You're the first person I've seen that I recognize.
Maybe that is for the good. Either way, it was a pleasure to see you. Shall I swing by about 8 bells? You know that this time of year, at least, that would probably be about an hour after dark.
Would that give us enough time?
I don't want to mitigate. Although I really want to.
You're not there.
I know.
Yep. This guy can still apparently channel voices, so. As long as they're related to small yellow birds, at least. Canaries.
Get out!
I actually have dinner plans tonight, but possibly tomorrow.
That is a shame. I thought you did not. Either way. Yes. Tomorrow then. Francisco looks forward to it.
Yes.
And he's gonna open the door for you and kind of bow as you walk out. Assuming you walk out here, but okay. So as you make your way out through the front door, the little gnome calls after you.
Miss, you forgot your jacket.
I wasn't wearing my jacket.
Oh, so you were walking around. Never mind. Have a good day.
I put my mask on.
Okay. All right. So what are you guys doing at this point? You guys are probably still making. Well, yeah, depending on how long you took to stroll through town and stuff, it might be about the same time that they're getting done. Though I think you might have a little bit of time left. Is there anything else you're wanting to do before meeting up with the rest of the group? Words.
Words.
Looking for words from you.
I guess kind of just take in the area a little bit better. Try to find out what restaurants are nicer than others,
Okay.
or better accommodations than the Drowsy Cat.
No, he's got you thinking now, huh? You start making some inquiries for that just around different cafes and stuff. And give me an investigation roll.
As an aside, player talk. Did we fight the creature to this music? Was it always like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been the same track.
Little twittering.
Yeah, like the.
Berries.
I need to actually set aside and make some playlists for us that are copyright free stuff. I just kind of put on a track or two. Uh-oh. Roll a d4. We got a token turn in.
4.
4?
It's not a 2.
Okay. In this case, you get to look at the dice and then pick which one you would rather use.
My roll or that roll? Okay. So you know I rolled a 4. I want this one.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. Sorry, I've got a button for that. All right. So yes, you find out that there are a couple of higher end restaurants. They seem to compete with one another. One deals mostly in it seems like seafood type goods, though you are quite a ways from the ocean, so that does put off kind of a warning bell on that one. But supposedly it does have very fine meals, and that there is at least a dress code in place. That gives you a good feeling there as far as what level of standards they have. And the other place, you don't find like necessarily a theme listed, or people weren't very specific about that. I'm here the youngest one. But that it definitely is listed as a higher end place. Like, you best come dressed professionally or with class, or you won't even see the front door. So, like, he's not getting in.
I clean up well.
Yeah,
So
well...
wait, I'm sorry. If there's seafood, but there's no sea anywhere near us, what is it? Is it just like dead children or something?
Well, you guys came from the ocean. That was the last place.
Yeah.
So it's a couple days ride.
It's probably just
It probably
food
arrives on
poisoning.
ice. Yeah.
Okay.
You actually have seen icebox wagons leaving from the port. So it's not the freshest of stuff. It is a few days old, but it's been kept on ice.
Okay.
There's no rivers nearby that they could be fishing from?
Possibly. And so if you're looking at some of the river fish type things, but no, they're saying this is like seafood.
And not
It's
like
like
Hudson
going,
fish.
it's like going to Maine for lobster or going to
Mutated fish.
Kansas for lobster. Right?
And you'll probably get lobster at
Down on
Kansas.
the plate.
It's just,
Exactly. That's yeah.
Yeah. It could still be a good meal. It could still be a high-end restaurant. It's just not the freshest of lobster.
What is the most, like, landlocked state? The most furthest away?
I don't
In
know.
the U.S.?
Yeah.
I don't know. Carmen San Diego. You tell me.
Kansas, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I know where I
Something.
am. I'm not lost or anything.
No, there's a few states in the middle that would be, but yeah, trying to equivalent to something like that. Finding a nice seafood restaurant in one of those places. You know, you didn't just get the freshest stuff off the boat.
What's the one above Oklahoma?
But are we really going to sit here and do this right now?
No, we don't have to. We don't have to. No.
Roll for intelligence.
let me recite that middle school like state song.
Oh my god.
No.
It doesn't tell you where they are.
How about we don't do that?
How about we play Dungeons and Dragons?
Listen, I can click my heels together and go to Kansas if I want to.
You gonna leave your friends behind?
Well, if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine.
Help me. Anyway,
That was a good one.
so yes, and you do hear. There aren't so much other hotels to stay at or anything like that. You do find that the Drowsy Cat is probably one of the better establishments. This place is set up more for traveling merchants and or business type trips. Less for upper class coming through. If upper class did come through, they would probably stay, like Francisco was mentioning, at a private residence. Possibly just rent something themselves or stay with a friend. You should probably go check on that. There was a tumble from upstairs. I figured he'd be sitting playing with his tablet the entire time.
Nope. Sounds
We'll
okay.
see. Yeah, he sounds fine. It sounds like the baby's starting to wake up, though.
Yeah.
So we may have to end this session here soon, but let us see. So, are you guys doing anything else before you're meeting up with Mistral?
I think if we get there before he does, I just kind of want to case out the place, you know, check out, kind of walk through the alley, maybe see, you know, possible places to kind of hide out and like, what are they called? When you, what's that word?
Stakeout?
Stakeout, yeah, you know, something like that. See if there's anywhere that's got a good vantage point of Melvin's back door,
Okay.
things like that.
Well, I guess
Back door of the building, not his back door. You know.
Prefer beef out myself,
Yeah.
actually.
Things of that nature.
Okay.
Maybe a good ribeye.
You're looking at the back alley behind his place, is what you're mentioning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to actually have physical eyes on that door, or are you wanting to just be at the end of the alley or something?
As an aside, I'm pretty sure you have notes that we keep doing this because we keep doing this.
I might, yeah. But,
Yeah, you did just stake it out the night before.
We
Well,
did. That's how we
we-
found the black lung guy.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll find another one.
Yeah, well,
We'll ask him where he came from.
I think last time we kind of just, I don't know if we did it. I don't know. I'm just killing time, basically. Both in-game and also IRL. Yeah, but
Well, this alley is made for deliveries to the backs of the stores. There is really no good place to just hang out without looking like a homeless guy or something.
okay.
And like plate.
It's a shame you have him with you, you know?
Okay. Well, how
I mean, I'll
about
probably look homeless. He'll probably look really well-to-do.
I'll ask Ronan then. Ronan, the other night when the wagon came by that stopped at Melvin's, did you see which way it went, where it came from?
I'm shaking my head no.
Okay.
You guys did follow it a little ways. I saw it heading out of town.
They did, right? Not me.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember who was where.
Well, we were in
I
the
think
front.
Ari,
Okay.
Those two in the back.
That's right.
Mistral, I think, saw where it went.
You two started following it and it headed out of town.
That's
Or
when-
was heading in that direction.
That's when they got jumped, right?
No, it was once they came and met up with the two of you and you were discussing what to do next. That's when you were jumped.
Maybe we
Jeez,
should-
it's like it's been 2 weeks or something.
Maybe we should continue following it out of town.
Well, yeah. So if I ask,
Maybe we should just leave town altogether.
Let's just go home. I mean, it probably seems fine, whatever this guy's doing.
if I ask, so if I
What was
ask,
the other quest that we had to do?
well,
Maybe we'll switch over.
The man is trying to talk. Shut up.
I'll try that again. So Ronan, did you see which way the wagon went after it left Melvin's?
I'm gonna gesture towards the direction that shows
Yep.
the road.
You
leading
got
to
hands
this
and stuff.
area.
You can be like,
Mhm.
Okay.
rock out of town.
Maybe we should wait there then? And pick it up as it leaves?
How do we know this? How will we know that it's the correct wagon?
How many? What?
It-
How many vendors do you think this guy has?
well, no, I'm just saying it's a gate, so
Yeah.
probably a lot of people go through that gate.
Well, okay. Well,
This
when
town
I
is
got-
not gated.
It's not
It
gated.
doesn't have a wall around it.
Oh,
Well, okay. Well,
well, it's probably a road at least,
Yes.
right? Oh.
all right. Well, here's
Alright,
what. So, the side of the alley then where they leave from, that's the side we want to be on, so that when it passes, we can start following it. Does that make sense? So there's two sides of an alley,
Yeah, and I get you.
and it goes in one side and leaves the other side. We want to be on the side it leaves. That's the side we want to
All
hang
right.
out on. And if we're there, can we see down the alley to?
It's a little bit far.
Okay.
You might be able to see it pull up, but you're not going to really be able to make out any details or anything. But I guess we'll see how successful you are at that next week.
Hey.
We're going to call it here for now. Yep, coming.
Cliffhanger.
Yep, cliffhanger time also because we need to help with baby. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back
Bye.
next week with even more Dungeons & Dragons content. Until then, check out our other channels and everything else we're doing.
Bye.